So it can kind of be a little tricky to handle this. And also we had a little bit of a disconnection too. So we first almost had a 5-player smash right there. You know, one thing I missed that we used to happen a decent amount back in Smash 4. A few tournaments used to do this. It wasn't like a very common thing, but it used to be something known as triples, which is basically a 3v3 scenario between multiple teams. Now you can obviously understand why it's not as prominent nowadays, because just doubles is a lot more easier to coordinate. A lot easier to coordinate compared to the other two. However, we'll have to get into how this team goes into play. Of course, we do see the Tater going with the Palutena, and the C2 gonna be going with the explosive character themselves, Ness. So I have to see what these two get into and how they get into this game. So winner of this, when we move it on through this bracket, let's go. C2 Bricktator versus Attaraxia and Monsoon. Let's see if the Wings of Destruction can come in the clutch for this Game & Watch team, or if this team can take flight and spread their wings. Let's get this. So we're gonna be taking it to Smashville to really start off this stage. However, I have seen in many ways in which Game & Watch has been able to at least get not just like streaks, but also many ways of approaches. This is not a big stage. In many ways, you're gonna be running into a lot of hitboxes, especially in the doubles format. You're gonna be in their face a lot. So I want to see, of course, whether this was just a pick that C2 and Bricktator were comfortable with, because I have had many issues with regards down to Game & Watch on this stage. However, they are doing a good job at keeping this even, and that up air is able to do it too. Maybe you try to say you want catch my landings, well catch this overhead. And oh, unfortunate team kill coming in from Monsoon. Was trying to get the up smash on Bricktator, but inherently accidentally up smash the other teammate. So we have to see how that will also be able to make this a little bit more of a comfortable scenario, because this is looking a little bit scary for this team. He's trying to at least get an edge guard on Attaraxia, but with a lot of this reversal, I honestly think that Palutena is the way to go with regards down to it. It's been able to work super well for this team. It's been able to work super well to at least get themselves on the board. I actually tried to get an edge guard, but he's not able to do it. I'm liking the ways that C2 has been able to reverse things on Attaraxia. And I'm just liking the way they're not afraid to edge guard this character. Like we saw in the last set with Attaraxia and Monsoon on stream, Voltiana and BC were not able to get any edge guards. However, here are two characters that can catch landings and catch edge guards super well. But that down smash into forward smash, able to do it. Back to an even game right here. Trying to get themselves on the board. And maybe trying to get themselves back into a comfortable situation. Oh, good backer to save Tater's life right there. C2 is gonna be saving the teammate right there. Trying to get a comfortable position. And that down tilt gonna be taking that life too. And here we go now. With Game & Watch team in a comfortable situation, 3-2. Both of them aren't very high percentages. So this is not any comfortable as it gets. Like the idea for an up smash, but not able to get the stock off just yet. You have to be so careful. So many things will just do your life right there. And unfortunately, Attaraxia will be taking that stock right there. We aren't in a horrible situation, but you have to be careful if you're Monsoon. You have to hold on to the stock just a little bit longer. What that means delaying yourself, what that means playing patient. You can't just rush in like that. And now this is a tricky situation. Very tricky situation for this team. Kinda just wanted to overextend. He wanted to kill way too badly at the end. So I have to see how this will also put the gloves a little bit better. Down tilt, trying to get themselves off stage. And this is also just a hard... it is so hard to get yourself off stage. And which is how long Palutena's down tilt lingers. Like, you just really cannot land. It is just so hard to land there. Down there! Oh, unfortunate. And the jab to save the teammate. You kind of see that conventional ways are not going to be able to take your stock off right there. They're not going to be able to do it. You really don't want to hold down center control. Oh, that might work against them. Nice. I like that. I love that delay from Attaraxia to like base them back with that back air. But like with just that 2v1, 2v1s are just way too difficult to get anything going. And especially when they cover so much of the stage and sometimes cover so much of the position for ledge traps. You just can't do anything. It's just so hard to get anything going. So I don't blame them too hard. Don't blame them too hard for that position. That was why I was saying straight from the get-go, we cannot have Monsoon overextend in that situation. You cannot just want to get the kill immediately with a roll-on down smash. You have to start playing patient, and you have to start playing in many ways in a more comfortable situation. Because this Palutena and this Ness have just been gaming and watching on your asses. You have to find into a position in which like you can be a little bit more comfortable. And you have to find an area in which you have a little bit more room. I can see Kalos, or no, we're not gonna be seeing Kalos. We're gonna be seeing that small battlefield coming in the clutch here. Like more or less a stage which you can at least either catch that room position, be able to at least find that area a little bit better. Because like you, they want to be in your face with a lot of these combos, and they want to take advantage of you at disadvantage. They want to run you over as well as you want to run over them. So you have to do a little bit better on this bait and punch game plan that Game & Watches are so phenomenal with. But anyway, this small battlefield is going to be the main game plan for this pick. However, we have seen so many ways in which like both C2 and Bricktator have been able to use some of these small states in their advantage too. Phenomenal recovery from Cyabat, but not a good ledge get up right there. And now this is just comfortable sailing for Team Game & Watch right here. Memphis and Mississippi gonna be probably trying to cheer for their boys as well. And see how all this will be able to shape up in this situation after trying to get the recovery. And it just seems as if like one thing I'm seeing super well from Monsoon and Attaraxia, they've been able to separate the two. And that has just been something that like C2 and the Bricktator have been sort of wanting to do so much. They want to be in your face together. But if you have a character that is a Game & Watch. Oh, don't you dare! Oh, that was an unfortunate situation. That was almost gonna be your life. Alright, I love that down tilt. Last match gonna be doing it. Attaraxia has just been in such a comfortable scenario throughout this entire game. Only 80% taken. Of course, a like down throw backer will be able to do it, but which is how they're able to get so many of these landing catches against blue team. Honestly, you can just keep holding on to the stock. And this is a definite dominant way to go into this game too. If you're able to go in with at least like a 2 stock on both players, or maybe even a 5 stock, that is just super comfortable. That is just such a comfortable way to go into this team saying, I got you figured out. I got you covered. Good down smash cover the position as well. But you see like, Monsoon can just be the way to approach. And Attaraxia can just hold that center stage so comfortably. And there's no reason for them to like overextend. There's no reason for them to like do anything that's outside the comfort zone. Monsoon can keep being the front man, while Attaraxia could just be the one that holds down center stage. But of course, C2 gonna keep on trying. Maybe try to get a little bit more knowledge in the match, but of course, with just that much of a deficit, there's just no way you're coming back. This is no way. And with a 5 stock to end that game 2. C2 and Bricktator are looking a little bit lost. So I do, of course, want to see how this kind of game plan goes to change up the situation. We have to see how that will all go into. Of course, still sticking a little bit on the stage pick. And of course, this stage does matter. But yeah, they're gonna go to Kalos. They want more room. They want more room to like set up the situation. Now, I'm gonna give a little bit more of a heads up. Winner of this will be going into, winner of this will actually be going into that top 8 of winner's side. So, we have to see how that will all change into play. Of course, you see C2, the Bricktator, thinking a lot on this pick. Of course, that Palutena died very fast. However, the Bricktator doesn't really have many other characters to go with. You have a Bowser, but like, you have many issues with like that landing situation. Let's see how that goes out too. Like, gonna be sticking with that Palutena. Gonna be switching to Lucas here, actually. So to see how that will all go into. Okay, they're gonna be switching to the Lucas here. Maybe say like, okay, Kalos, I have room to like play that. I can have room to play that bait game. I have ways to like get some edge guards. I have some ways to play your game against you. I also can like do things with my teammates. And I have more air mobility to make some better recoveries. So maybe this is the type of gameplay you go to, and this is definitely a good stage for Lucas to go to as well. We're just trying to at least get a little bit more of a comfortable situation. However, I've seen many sets in which Monsoon and Attaraxia have been able to like get some very good wins on this stage. Mostly because many people do counterpick them to this situation. Of course, it is not the greatest stage. Of course, there's so much room for Game & Watch to move around Game & Watch's stuff. However, Game & Watch can make almost anything imaginable. The character is just very versatile and has many ways to make anything comfortable for each other. So I have to see how that goes into clutch edge guard, but unfortunate doing a side B there instead of the up B. Bricktator gonna be losing that position as well. Back throw gonna kill at a very early percent. And maybe this is where the counter pick comes into clutch. Get some early kills off the side with some good edge guards. And using a good lead as well to set up. But now back to an even game. 4 score apiece. Who will be moving on in this doubles bracket? Let's get this. Gonna be moving off of it. Trying to get a recovery. Honestly, that might have been a good situation to maybe get an edge guard on Bricktator. But not able to get like a good comfortable situation. Oh, unfortunate there from Attaraxia, interrupted Monsoon right there. And the up smash, that was actually amazing. Because many situations, they thought they were comfortable to just go straight on stage. Because so many Palutenas will do the up smash facing the ledge. They won't do it while like facing the stage. So as soon as like Monsoon's like, I saw that stage, dude just went straight for it. And that was just such a good play. What great play from C2. Try to get a recovery right here. You gotta get the stock off. You gotta get a good edge guard if you're Game & Watch. One thing I've yet to really see Attaraxia and Monsoon utilize, I've yet to see them use Bucket on like those like up B recoveries. Because there's been many situations in which you can just fall off with Bucket and then just take the stock off. And even then, all the back air is a lot more consistent. The main time they've been able to at least get a stock off. But only taking like 30% each. Now back to a 2-stock game. Last stock, basically best stock scenario. You gotta be careful. Basically, whoever gets this first stock kinda wins this game. Wow, that was amazing! Covering that stage! Wow! Gonna do so much. It's gonna say PK die with that one. And now look at that. There's no reason for them to play the stage. They cover so much of it. Ooh, but not a strong oil panic. Not able to recover. C2 the Bricktator saying, this is why you don't underseed us. This is why you don't underrate Kentucky. Trying to get down smash 2. Having a little bit of issues to get a game plan. You see that like Attaraxia is looking for like a down smash to get at least some sense of a combo. But like they cover so much of the stage. There's no reason for them to overextend, but this is scary. Trying to cover the stage, smart recovery. I actually try to find a good answer. Try to find a way to at least get themselves on top. Like, you have to play this patient. Like, you can't overextend if you're C2 in the Bricktator. Game Watch is a character that can... Whoa! Okay! Good stuff coming in from C2 in the Bricktator, and they'll be taking that game 2-1. And as he says, too bad for the Game & Watch team. Gonna be taking it to losers. Phenomenal play coming in from this team. This team was seeing 23rd, by the way. Trying to say, let me make our presence known as we go into it. Reppin' Kentucky. Pretty sure that's Bourbon State Gaming with that. So, good stuff from both of those two. They're gonna be playing against, if I'm not mistaken, the